Okay, I'm back in Dreamweaver, and I have just a couple concepts that I want to share with you real quick. Right now, I am actually looking at a jQuery mobile template site. It's just gotten started. Notice that in the HTML, we have this data dash tag, and there's a data dash role. There's a lot of these types of tags that were created a while ago in HTML, and they're used with JavaScript or jQuery. In this case, we're using it in jQuery mobile. Now this page, like I said, is a template, so it was already kind of set up for us. We have a data role, and then it's just called page, and then the IDs page. It's got a header and that type of stuff. There's more information, but we're going to see that in a moment. Then we see in design mode, we see that it's kind of just this boring, it almost looks like the CSS styles are not being applied to it, which it's really not. So I'm going to go into view, and I'm going to toggle live view mode. If you've already done that before, you should have this design mode with a drop down, which you can switch back and forth to live view and see what's going on. So this is with the CSS styles attached to it, and I can see actually what's happening. Well, I also have a cool little feature that you can add to any website or any HTML page that you're looking at, but it really only makes sense to have it turned on for jQuery or JavaScript, and that is live code. And the reason why it makes sense to only have it on with jQuery or JavaScript is because jQuery and JavaScript have the capabilities of changing and altering the HTML on the fly. And so what this does, what live code does, is it shows you exactly what's happening with the code in code view mode. All right, so I'm going to turn live code on. And you can see how my code panel down here is now yellow. But you also see a ton of other stuff has happened. It's kind of added all kinds of things. I don't just have data role ID page. I now have data URL, tab index, class. There's a bunch of classes that have been added to this. A UI-page, UI-body-C, UI-page-active, and I have a style with a minimum height of 230 pixels. All of this was actually added, is being added using the jQuery mobile template. So it's JavaScript that was pre-written to have all this extra information and all this extra code added to it using JavaScript to add that. And since it's using JavaScript to add it, we actually don't see it until we turn this live view mode on. But the reason why it's helpful is because it can help us try to find what classes are being added and what we may need to go into the JavaScript or into the CSS to change. So, for instance, this div tag has a class of UI-button-inner and UI-li. So we could try to go into the CSS and change or alter those classes. So we can go and look for the button class, and we can change or try to change maybe the colors, or we can change the size or something like that. So having live code on actually actually shows us a lot more of what is in fact going on with the HTML when jQuery is being applied to it. So it might be something that you want to kind of take a look at in the future, or just take a look at just to see what it's doing and how you might go in and change things.